Carrandang mga agreements to be signed if you have an idea
Well,
of them?
the UK is one of the biggest investors in the Philippines. We have very strong trade ties with the UK, and we're hoping that during this trip we will be able to sign a few more agreements that will increase British investments in the Philippines. Ayong pangunahan yung mga deals, no? But by tomorrow you'll see a couple of deals being signed that have significant value between some Filipino and British companies.
Industries, sir.
Different industries. We have energy, we have transportation, uh,
Mining.
yes, mining related, yeah.
Sir, may estimate na ba ng possible investment?
Yeah, we'll
How much?
wait na lang till tomorrow. They'll all be announced naman in the morning, during the deals. So at the end of the day, we'll compile them and we'll give them to you.
Basically, sir, how many companies? Siguro tomorrow, for tomorrow.
For tomorrow, I'm aware of three, at least three. I haven't seen, I don't know kung may revisions sa schedule, no, but we'll be here for about 2 nights. So yung original schedule that I saw, there would be about 3 tomorrow. And then I'm not sure if they were still gonna be for tomorrow or if they'll be spread out. Pero ang pagkaalam ko, most of the agreements on the business side will be signed tomorrow. So at least 3.
Three. Pero yung three na to, sir, meron ng agreement, di ba? Kung baga formality.
Yes, that's right. Formality na lang to. So it's a done deal.
So yung kay Cameron, agenda niya doon.
Well, in broad strokes, no, we feel that this is a good time for us to explore enhanced trade and economic opportunities. First of all, we know that British companies are some of the most global in thinking, and they're looking for opportunities to invest. Most of the opportunities now, given the slowdown in Europe and other parts of the world, ang daming tumitingin ngayon sa Asia, lalo na sa atin, no, sa Philippines. So we're pretty confident that once we've enhanced ties with them on a person-to-person level with the British government, that it will be easier for British businessmen to meet up and interact with Filipino businessmen, and eventually they'll be able to do some business together. So yung primary reason natin for being here is economic talaga. We're looking for investments that will generate jobs.
So ang political agenda.
Sir, are we expecting any aid from the government or any investments into our PPP projects?
We're expecting investments, not necessarily into the PPP projects, no, but the deals that will be signed tomorrow are deals that are private sector led deals. Not, as far as I'm aware, it's not going to be any of the major deals that we're offering for PPP. But certainly, if there's a chance to talk to British companies about signing up for PPP projects, we will take that chance.
Sir, yung government, yung UK government itself, wala pong registration
Not that I'm aware of. Sa mga PPP, wala.
or any projects.
Sorry, I don't have the briefer with me. I don't believe so, but I can give you a more definite answer tomorrow.
Kahit aid, sir, aid, for example, sa Mindanao or...
No, we're not looking at that.
Sir, may ano pa siya? May political component ba yung pag-visit niya? Especially after this is going to the States, so these are two close allies as well. So
Well, the political component will be in the United States, no? I mean, this is really a visit to enhance our economic ties with Britain, and that's really the main purpose why the president is here. It's also a way of introducing ourselves to the Europeans. This is the first trip of President Aquino to Europe as president, and it's been 2 years in office, and so it's about time that we visited Europe and talked to investors. So it's primarily economic. Joseph, you're talking about political now. I think you'll note that the more political things will be discussed in Washington with President Obama.
well, we're not going to raise China.
Yeah.
Because
You know, we you cannot help but discuss that.
Okay.
Two things no make it inevitable. Number one, we all know that the Americans are increasingly turning their attention to the Asia Pacific, what you call the American pivot. So they're increasingly turning their attention to our part of the world. On our part, we have since President Aquino came in, realized that we need to build a minimum credible deterrent. Our defense forces have been lagging behind in capability with other countries. So this was something that we planned to do even before these situations with China came up. But given that context, given what's happening also, you cannot avoid na mapapag-usapan yan.
Here.
Here?
No, in
Here,
Washington.
how about here?
No,
Here.
that's not going to be an issue here
No China.
Why not?
because this is a primarily economic. This is an economic visit.
So we're not seeking any support
No,
on that aspect? Yes, it was mentioned before.
Say it would likely be asked.
well, we have had training with British security forces. Police have trained in Scotland Yard and things like that. Along those lines, maybe, but beyond that, we're not too sure about what other areas we're looking at. No.
So it will not even be, he's not gonna bring it up at all?
There may be some talk about enhanced cooperation between police and law enforcement agencies. But in terms of defense,
Yes.
normally we have not really had a lot of discussions with them on that. If it's brought up tomorrow, then I will correct myself. But what I understand now is I'm not expecting any of those things to be discussed in any significant way.
Is there an intention to avoid it, or?
No,
It's
it's not
just-
that we're not avoiding it, but it's really not something that's on the table. I mean, we're really here for economic reasons. And most of our ties with Britain really have been historically economic rather than defense or politically related. So we want to build on that. We really think it's a good opportunity. As I said, it's been 2 years since the president came into office. This is our first visit to Europe. And there's a lot of opportunities in Asia and the Philippines. We want to be able to sell the Philippines to British investors. So that's really the main agenda here.
We're raising it because we already have the support of the US, why not British government?
Well, let's see if it's brought up. But traditionally, we haven't really been involved with them in that way. We've been involved, as I said, in training. They've helped train some of our law enforcement. We've had police cooperation, law enforcement cooperation. Again, I haven't had a chance to look at the schedule. But if there's anything that I would say tonight that I will have to correct, I will correct it tomorrow. But I'm talking based on what I know before I left for London.
Wala tayong mechanism with Britain ng mga parang MDT, walang ganun.
What?
Yung MDT, wala tayong ganung mechanism with them.
A mutual defense treaty? Wala.
So what would be the message of the meeting with Prince Andrew? Is it just a social call?
Well, it's part of the protocol. He's representing his mother, the Queen, so it's more of a formal call, part of the protocols, head of state, head of government. So since we're here, we'll be meeting with the representative of the head of state. Mr. Cameron is the head of government, and we'll be having substantive talks with him.
It doesn't diminish that he has no audience with the Queen,
No.
especially at this time.
No, I don't think so. You know, we're coming at a time when they're very busy with the Jubilee. The Commonwealth countries are here. They're getting ready for the Olympics. We're very happy that they made time for this visit, and we're very grateful that we're meeting with the people that we're meeting. So it's not an issue.
So bakit, curious na ako, bakit ngayon?
Ngayon,
Moment
Yeah.
of all
Of all,
months.
if you want maximum, of course.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the timing, what was behind the timing. No, I understand that the president wanted to schedule the U.S. and U.K. trips as close together as possible. That may have had something to do with it.
ang layo yun, di ba? London, US. So,
Well, imbis na London, then Manila, then Manila, and then Washington. So one leg is easier.
So if the president wanted to convey any message to the Queen, what would
What
be
would
the
it be?
thrust of that message?
Well, I think it. Well, maybe we should wait till tomorrow, no. But as I said, we're really here to enhance economic and trade ties. A lot of the trade, the tourism, the investments that we're looking at coming from Europe will come primarily from Britain. Most of our investments from Europe have come primarily from Britain, and we think it's high time we did some work to enhance that even more.
What about the trip to the War Museum?
Well,
Is that a personal choice or?
I'm not sure how that was scheduled, but it's going to be an interesting trip for all of us. And you know, I personally have never been there. I've been here to this country many times. I've never seen the War Museum, so I'm kind of excited to see British history. And I think we all are.
Sir, meron po bang ibibigay na gift si President Aquino kay Queen Elizabeth?
Normally may mga ganon, as a matter of protocol, nagbibigay ng regalo yan, but I'm not aware of what it is. Sorry if I'm sort of out of it, guys. Medyo, medyo isang araw na akong hindi natutulog yun.
Sir, ilan yung mga businessmen na kasama sa delegation?
There's about, no, I think there's more than that. There are some businessmen who are coming along for the UK leg, some for the US leg, some for both. So I would think there's probably a little more than 15 if you add them all up, no?
More than 15? 50.
1-5. Yeah, I think there's more than that if you add them all up.
15 in UK.
No, I have the list in my bag. I can get that for you tomorrow. In-email na ba ni KB? Oh, yun. So if it's there, that's it. That list has, naka-check ata doon kung sino yung both or US or UK.
Wala ka. Parang wala rin sa akin email address.
Pasensya na guys, I'm a little slow tonight. I'll be better tomorrow.
Yung business, ano siya, relatively, konti lang yung konti pa lang yung companies because Shell has been in the Philippines for quite some time now and then
Yeah. But if you look at it from the amount of money
parang
that...
sounding off lang to.
No, it's not a sounding off. These are going to be actual additional investments.
Closer to other investors have yet to come.
Yeah, well, we're hoping... one of the things that will make people more confident to invest in a place is if they see companies that have been in the country for a long time and they're coming and they're investing even more. That's the best sign of confidence, no? So the fact that you've got companies that are already in the Philippines who are going to put more money in, I think is the best endorsement you can find for other companies. And we're hoping that other companies in this area, in this country, take note of the additional investments being made by some of these big, respected British and European companies.
what's the biggest British company that is in the Philippines?
I believe that the biggest is Shell, which is British and Dutch. The Malampaya investment was, I think, worth something like $5 billion, as it is, no? So, not including what other amounts they plan to invest in the Philippines.
So may figures tayo ng how much so far yung mga UK investments historically for the past maybe 2 years?
I don't have that on me. The trade secretary is here. We can ask him tomorrow.
Okay,
So ano nga yung business agreements, tsaka yung amount na pwede makaroon namin.
Yeah, as usual, no, we won't say it ahead of time, but once they're signed, we'll add them up and then show them to you.
There's a Philcom one last.
Kasi yung time, sir.
So 7 o'clock na kasi yung 12, 11.
Oo.
Which one?
Kasi ano
We need it
normally
before
pag
lunch.
nag-start kayo dito, hapon na sa amin deadline na. So,
Yeah.
we'll appreciate it if you can give us the agreements ahead. Katulad
Like right
yung sa
now.
joint statement, yung pagkakaroon.
Yeah, I'm not authorized to give you the investments ahead. Yeah, but I'm not authorized to give you the investments ahead. Maybe tomorrow morning if I get the clearance, I
Ikakasa
can.
na lang nila para pag pipindutin na lang.
Oh, pwede. You can, ano, and then
Embargo. You
I can just
embargo.
give you the numbers.
Give the figures now?
Hindi naman.
No, I'll ask the president if we can, maybe, what I'll propose is, in the morning, I'll give you the figures, then embargo until it's announced, and then, kung okay sa kanya, we'll do that.
Sir, sa lang yung PhilCom, what message is he going to bring to the community?
Well, when the
Some recent
president,
events in the country?
yeah, when the president goes abroad, he always likes to meet with the Filipino community, see how they're doing, mga musta siya. I guess people are eager for news from home, so we would expect that he might say something about recent events.
Like,
Well, if you've been watching the news, then you'll know that most recent developments have been the removal of former Chief Justice Renato Corona. I think the president. I wouldn't be surprised if the president mentioned a little bit about that, the context and why that happened, and why we believe that this is going to be good for judicial independence and reform. So if he says that with the Filipino community, I wouldn't be surprised.
The breakup.
sa mga negosyante, sir.
Yung mga Filipino community.
Sa British mga investors, to say na we're making headway in anti-corruption drive.
Well, I think it's pretty clear to everybody around the world that we're making headway in the anti-corruption drive. We're here to talk to them about business, and if they bring it up, then we'll certainly talk to them. We'll certainly answer questions about it from the business community. But my understanding is that they're really more interested in looking for what opportunities may be available to invest in the Philippines.
What are we offering them?
Well, there's so many things on offer. There are the PPP programs. We need a lot of infrastructure. We're looking at investments in things like mining, tourism, agriculture. I mean, these are the areas of the economy where we're opening up to investors now, where we're looking for investors to come in. So, if British companies are interested in those areas, then we certainly would invite them to come over and take a look. Okay? Lapit na yan. Lapit na yan.
Malapit na yun. So that's what
Asahan na nagbabago yung statement eh. So I guess nag-iingat lang yung DFA.
paano yun, sir? Lalabas ba sila together to give a statement or?
Yeah. Yeah.
They are.
Yes.
Oh, but it's mas maganda pala yun.
Yun ang pinaka-importante.
Yeah, we hope to give you some nice visuals.
Kasi yung after na, yung social, ano na na yung April saan.
Yeah.
Wala na.
So,
That's the most important.
anong kailangan nyo? Yung numbers, the deals, the amounts,
And also the joint
joint statement. Okay, alright. Whatever I can give you tomorrow, I will give you. The business delegation nasa inyo na, no?
Wala po. Di ba rin pa po?
Oo nga, parang
Meron na.
Tapos ano sir, ano pa pala? Bakit hindi kami kasama?
Saan?
Wala kami makikita.
Saan?
Lahat.
Sir, nag-spend kami ng 5,000 for
Hindi namin
coffee.
makikita si David Cameron.
Really?
$5,000 for coffee. with
That's
the president.
expensive coffee.
Ayan, very expensive.
Very expensive coffee.
It is.
So nagpunta pa kami dito, tapos tayo lang.
Makita nyo naman
Para
si
ba
boss
iba
eh.
naman?
Si Cameron.
Si Cameron.
Pakitaan niyo naman kami ng prince.
Makita nyo naman si boss eh. Saka kasama naman kayo sa Washington, di ba?
Hey, sir.
Si Cameron Diaz.
Why not? Why not?
Kahit nga yun, hindi makita eh.
Si Joseph ang kasama mo, sir.
Ikaw lang sir ang totoo.
Ano? Iba yung
Iba yung team.
Ibang set yung nasa US.
yung